How can you go about turning $100 to upwards of $10,000 as fast as you can? Is what I'm going to be talking about in this video. Statistics out there around increasing money are very clear. There are people out there who have been able to turn $100 to upwards of 10k USD in hours. Others out there have been able to do that in a week, a month, and even so, we have a bunch of others out there too who have never been able to successfully turn $100 to upwards of 10k USD. That's why I'm making this video to share with you 5 ways you could look to jump into for you to be able to turn $100 to upwards of 10k US dollars. And in no way am I telling you this is a get rich quick scheme. No, just like any other investment out there, you need to work very hard, work very smart for you to be able to know how to multiply money, to master that art and even perfect it so that you are able to turn any currency upwards of 100x at any time. You are all much welcomed to the Money Daily YouTube channel. My name is Afagza Sifuna. And by the way, if you're new here, I'd really appreciate you joining the family. Down there, click the button called subscribe. Subscribe to join the family, and also while you add it, I'd really appreciate if you can like this video. Having said that, the first way you could go about turning $100 to upwards of 10k USD is by you selling your own digital products. Look here guys, this on this list is in fact the fastest way you can obtain scale when it comes to money. And I'm saying so because with this internet era, we're talking about the possibility of people out there purchasing digital products out there. And when I'm saying digital products, I'm talking about things like, for example, courses, things like, for example, selling your own book, selling your own designs, you name it. And the good thing is that with the power of the internet, you can be able to reach even millions of people in a single day. Of course, in the old days where people used to sell products physically, people could trek for long for them even to be able to get just 5 conversions. But with the internet era, upon you posting something, you're going to be able to access millions of people in a very short span of time. With that, there is an opportunity. Why not have your own digital product, a course, a book, you name it, and then create a value community online, or even join a value community online, and then use this to sell your product. Of course, it is upon you to know what your entry is. Whether it's, for example, you're going to have social media groups out there, social media communities which you're going to begin in a given common area of interest, and then over time sell them a product in a particular area, or even are you going to put your brand somewhere else and then use that authority to sell a product. Like for example, maybe you decide to jump into becoming a big YouTuber, and then through that you can be able to request your followers or subscribers to be able to purchase your product. Choose the route, but this is a good way of you even going upwards of even 1,000, 10,000x what your initial investment is. With just $100, you can be able to develop your own course or even write your own book, and then look forward to scaling that up so that you are able to reach many more people out there. And then the second way you can go about increasing $100 the fastest way you can is by you doing reselling business. What do I mean? Globally, we're talking about there being hundreds of thousands of marketplaces, e-commerce websites out there through which people are selling their own original or even their own new or even used products. With this, it avails you an opportunity of incurring what we call arbitrage profit, whereby you buy something at a given price and then sell it at an increase in price for you to be able to make something on top of it. You can actually capitalize on arbitrage profit by utilizing this strategy, whereby you look for undervalued things in the market. Like it could be anything, guys. For example, someone could be selling their phones out there. Someone, for example, could be selling their chair, you name it. It could be anything out there. As long as it is your area of interest and you've taken note that this particular thing is actually undervalued, you can actually gain from arbitrage profit through purchasing at a lower price and then selling it to another person at a higher price. With this, there is a caveat. What is the caveat? The caveat is that The amount you're talking about, yes, it is a hypothetical amount, but a small amount. $100. It's only so few things out there you can't purchase $100. Others are beyond that. It is you to do the math, to know what extent you are willing to risk, because also you could purchase something cheaply and then end up not selling it, right? It is upon you to know what extent you are willing to take a hit in pursuit of this opportunity for you to sell something out there at a higher price. But be rest assured, if you can master this art and understand how you can go about selling a given specific kind of product, be sure you can make ridiculous amount of money with this, right? And that can go with any marketplace out there. There's not any favorite marketplace, any marketplace out there in whichever country. You could look for arbitrage opportunities and then be able to maximize on those. And then guys, the third idea you could look to jump into for you to be able to increase your $100 investment is through you doing what I call service-based business. What do I mean? I'm talking about those kind of businesses which really don't involve you really selling any given good. For example, think about things like, for example, delivery businesses, picking up products businesses, virtual consultancy, you name it. All these are service-based businesses. In case you have an interesting skill or even passion for any of these out there, why not look to capitalize on this for you to be able to start any service-based business out there and then be able to scale it up. And by the way, with this, we're talking even upwards, a potential of even upwards of 10K-X. Because guys, if it can be able to pick, be rest assured, you're going to be solving a common and big problem out there through which you're getting paid ridiculous amounts of money. Think about it. Even a simple thing, for example, ride-hailing services out there, Uber, Bolt, you name it, whichever ride-hailing service out there, it began as a service-based business. And then over time, it was able to be scaled to become a fully fledged corporation. If you have an idea, and by the way, there are unlimited ideas out there because day in, day out, people are looking for solutions for different things out there. You can actually 100x your initial investment in whichever area out there because people are looking for opportunities to make money out there and they are looking also for solutions to whichever problems they are having. If you can see them solve their own problems, be sure you're gonna be in very big business and actually scalable business, more so given it's virtual and it is a service-based business. And then the fourth business idea which I'll talk to you about is you partaking in cryptocurrency trading. And by the way, I'm saying cryptocurrency because it is the newest digital assets. Of course, I know there was NFTs, but even where we're standing in the near future, we're going to have additional financial digital assets out there. Essentially, we're partaking in that. By the way, I'm not saying stock markets because stock market, the growth is quite low, at a slower rate. But when looking at, for example, cryptocurrency, we're talking about one of the underlying characteristics, it being volatility. Tells you prices in cryptocurrency space can change very, very rapidly. More so with the less dominant cryptocurrencies and alternative coins out there. You could look to invest in new cryptocurrencies, alternative coins out there with potential. And then you can actually be able to even 100x your initial investment in a few days or even a few weeks. Why not take the risk? In case you have a few dollars which you are willing to put aside on any investment, why not take a risk? And I'm saying so because we all saw the craze which happened a few months ago. Right now, I know the NFT, the non-fungible token space has quite chilled. But guys, we saw even Paul out there increase the value of different non-fungible tokens out there to even upwards of 10,000x in just a few hours. This tells you the propensity of making money in this digital space and financial asset space is quite ridiculous. And I think crypto is an area which is going to continue growing over time and also continue amassing more and more followers out there. Because we're talking about era whereby there is a shift in trust when talking about fiat currency. That's why you see, for example, even different economic formulations out there fighting the US dollar. That's why you see, for example, even central banks out there jumping on digital currencies. It is because this is the way to go. Whereby we're talking about different financial assets out there being anchored on blockchain technology. It is inevitable. If you can find a space in these, more so for the new and promising assets, you're going to be in very, very big business, right? And then the fifth and last way through which You can't increase your $100 in a very fast way, even though, guys, it isn't the best of options I'd really encourage you to pursue, but is an option too, is gambling. Yes, gambling. Putting your money down on something out there in the hope that those extreme events which you don't have control over are going to really work in your favor. Of course, the rule in gambling is always very clear that the house most of the times keeps everything. That's how it goes. You know, the house keeps everything. In other words, it is those people running the gambling business who are going to remain with almost everything that you put in that business. But also, there is a small chance that you could make money. Why not try? And I'm saying so because people out here, you've seen people are winning lotteries out there. People out there making some money in casinos. People out there making some money in sports betting. You could try, but also understand that with this, actually only put down the money you're willing to lose, because there is a very, very high probability you're going to lose money. Don't put money on gambling in the hope you're going to make money. If you make money, well and good. But even personally, I couldn't call that an investment. I call that luck. But also is a way you could be able to increase your $100 drastically. What do you think about this kind of ideas I've shared with you? I hope you've got one or two which are enticing and you can look to actualize this year for you to be able to set yourself on path to making crazy, ridiculous amounts of money, and even 100, 1,000, or even 10,000x your initial investment. Cheers, guys, and I look forward to share with you other awesome videos next time. Bye-bye, and you all take care.